Hey everyone, I am back again, and today we are going to make a mini journal out of a small Red Hots container, candy container. So let's get started. I just got done, well, not too long ago today, filming my thrift haul number 4. So I'm on a roll. I have like 2 videos going on today. So what we need to do is open this up. And if you don't have this candy box, don't worry about it. Just use some chipboard and make your own mini size. So just opening this up, I'm going to cut the edges off. This will be my first mini journal, so we'll see how it turns out. I think it's going to be awesome. I hope it will. So we're just cutting all the extra tabs off. Okay, so there's that. So we have this of a nice spine. And I have somewhat of a plan, not quite. Just grab some materials that I had. So a piece of vintage dictionary paper, and I'm just going to cut this, line it with some dictionary paper. Probably inside and out, and just use a glue stick to stick it on. I was contemplating on whether just to leave the Red Hot package as it is without decorating it, because I like it. It's pretty neat to have a journal that's got the candy icon on it and stuff, but I decided that I would go ahead and decorate it. Now, before I press it down too firmly, I'm gonna just bend it a little bit so that it will, there, so that it doesn't pull too hard. So there's this, and I'll go ahead and cut. Let's see, didn't get the edge. Make sure you get the edges really well. And this is just Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength Glue Stick. I'm anxious to see how this turns out, which you guys will know what it turns out by the thumbnail. And I'm going ahead and trimming this before I put the inside of it in, because so I can see where to trim the inside. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and glue some more dictionary paper to the inside cover. And I like to do step-by-step, just real-time tutorials. I don't like to speed them up. I mean, I have edited a little bit before, but I like watching just how-to videos, like step-by-step, real-time, and it's relaxing. Okay, so we'll make sure that the words are facing the same way here. So that's that. Let's see. smooth it out with your finger really good. Same day, but new nail polish, because my daughter was kind of offended that I said that my nails weren't that great this morning, which I told her I meant that they're just chipped already. So she picked up, she picked a different, this is the Sally Hansen nail polish that I showed you this morning in my thrift haul number 4 that I got. It was like $1.49, and I can't remember what this is called, bronze and something else, but it's really pretty. So just trimming. And I spent a lot of my day today making my banner for my YouTube channel. I scanned in a colored pencil drawing that I did of a frog that I think I did it last year, and I finally got a scanner. My husband bought me one for Christmas and hadn't even plugged it in yet, and thought, you know, instead of taking a picture of the frog, scanning in would be better, like more detailed. So went ahead and scanned that in and went into Photoshop and edited, and isn't that cute already? So if you want to check it out, check out my, well, I guess if you click on my video and you click on the About or View channel, you should see my new banner. And I thought it turned out pretty good. So now I'm going to take some gesso and put that over the dictionary page on the cover just to knock this back a little bit, because I want it. Okay, now you see how you can still see some of the dictionary page, but it's not as sharp, and it puts it more in the background. So that, I like that. I may do that on the inside as well. I have my hot glue, oh great, my hot glue gun is on just in case I need it and it is leaking. Oh, for goodness sake. I think I should just go ahead and unplug that. Okay, cheap glue gun. No off and on button, you just plug it in and it goes, and now I've got this big bead of glue on my table. I told you, I am not good with glue guns at all. So, there it is. Now you can kind of see the words, but they're not as prominent. And I like that. So now what I'm going to do, I just have some magazine pages, and I thought this is a pretty flower, so I'm just going to tear this, collage some color onto, I'm just going to put it wherever. And I could actually just use this this gesso as glue. So we will do that. We will continue with the gesso. And I'll do the same thing with it, just kind of cover it a little bit and knock that back some in the background, but I think I want it to show up a little more, so let me just wipe off some excess glue, or it's not glue, it's gesso. And this is just, this is Master's Touch. It's a cheaper glue, it's not Liquitex. Liquitex is pretty expensive, and I don't think that you really have to have really expensive gesso. I mean, it's going to get covered. So then I'm going to put another piece up here. So we're just tacking that down with some gesso, put a little bit more underneath. And it's kind of resisting it a little bit because magazine pages are a little coated with something. This magazine though doesn't have the like really glossy pages. It's a nice matte finish, and I like that. Let's just do a little bit more because it's not wanting to stay. Okay, so there is that. And let's see, I think I need to lift this up a little bit. There. While the front's drying, let me do the inside of, and this is just, I mean, just slap it on there. We're not here to make this look really perfect. This is supposed to look really loose. So there is that. The inside. There's a little bit of a bubble, which I had pushed that little bubble down. Still got some bubbles here, which you probably can't see, but I can see it lifting up on the edges, and it's just because I let that gesso dry quite a bit before I put these collage pieces over top. And we want to make sure that that sticks down really well. So I'm just kind of going underneath with my brush. And then just take my kitchen towel, and this is just Dollar Tree kitchen towel, and these are the microfibers, and they don't soak up water at all. So I don't know what's so great about microfiber, but I do not like that at all. Now, what I think I want to do, let me rinse off my brush and make sure we get all that gesso off of my brush. And I have like this dried burnt umber. This is Liquitex Basics burnt umber paint that I've used on, I think I used it on my art journal cover that I have a video on. I used it to kind of distress it and make it look older because I don't have distress ink. And I'm just going to reconstitute this. I just saved it and let it dry. And I should be able to, well, we'll see, reconstitute this. Might have to let it sit for a while. Maybe this won't work. Come on, reconstitute. It's getting there. We'll let it sit. So there is that. And then, so I think I'm done with my collage magazine papers, and then I think what I want to do is put some lace on the outside edge. So we'll do that. I'm not going to find my scissors. Here they are. So I'm just going to take some tacky glue. Do I need to zoom, you guys? Let's see. Yeah. put a little bit of tacky glue here. And stick it like this. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Some tacky glue. Same thing. I'll let that dry a little bit. So there's the cover with some collage and then some lace on the edge. Now I have this piece of Reader's Digest. The spine came apart, and so I thought that I could use this for a cover, so it fits pretty well on this mini journal. So I'm just going to cut it down. Let's see how that looks. So that looks pretty neat. But first, let's just have some little elements here that I might put on. Let's see. Or what else can I do? Nope, that's too thick, so we won't use that. I may just have to get some more of this. Oh yeah, look, it's working. So let's distress this. So it reconstituted a little bit. It's enough. It's just enough to kind of go over really lightly. So this is really watered down burnt umber Liquitex. I'm just gonna use this to distress, add a little bit of age to the cover. I think I need more water.
We don't have to.
Kind of like that because it gives it the look of coffee stain, tea stain, but it's not. It's paint. It's pretty cool. Get some more water, just kind of continue, flip it over, do the same thing on this side. And this isn't completely dry, but I'm going to try to get this all in one shot here. So there's just a little bit, you can see a little bit of the kind of aged look here with that burnt umber. The same with this. And then I'll just go ahead and trim the lace. And this is really wet still. The cover would probably help if I let this dry a little bit, but so there's that. And that's what it'll look like folded over. And so now let's see what this looks like. I think I'll go ahead and glue this to the front. Tacky glue. that down. There's that. And I think I want to add a little bit more brown to that. Let's see. Let me get some more paint.
We don't have to. I'm not gonna cut this part out.
Because it takes too long to edit.
I have to cut that part out.
Okay, sorry about that. So I'm back and I got some fresh paint. Just add some water. And if you didn't hear, my daughter wants to go out and eat or something, so I apologize for that, but I told her we probably will not, so I don't know what we'll do after this. So I'm just putting, so this is really watered down burnt umber, and I'm just like, I'm slapping this on, okay? I'm just, there's no, we're not being precise, we're just like, I may just add a little bit more water to it too. We're just getting this distressed look here. And put some also on the ribbon itself. And it's pretty watered down. I'm just like lightly putting it over top. And then I think I will, while it's still kind of wet, just remove the excess, and there it is. Then what I have is I have some buttons here, some vintage buttons that I want to put, let's see where it will look good. The bottom? Or do I put it on the top? And I need to press that down. I really need to like wait for that to dry because the spine is kind of curved, so it's getting pushed up a little bit, but I will let it dry later. Alright, so I also have some stamps. Here's a stamp from France. No, it's Italy. Republic. I have a bunch of vintage stamps. I think I told you in my last video that I wanted to share with you like a bunch of my collection, my ephemera. I have so much stuff that I can use and I'm so excited. But anyway, here's an Australia stamp, and I'm not sure. Let's see how to arrange this here. Button. This button, I've got 3. They're awful. They stick out quite a bit, and I'd rather just use maybe, I'm going to tear some excess paper off of this. This is just torn from an envelope, and I have so much of these. Let's see what I can do with that. I hate to cover the title. But I also don't want to like tear off this part right, this cancellation stamp, the cancellation mark. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I like that button there. If I had smaller things, what about this one? If I put it right there. Let's see. I like that button there. Maybe I do need to tear. Well, I'm just going to do it. Let's tear this and put it. I hate to cover too much of it. I wish I had some tinier ones. We're just gonna have to deal. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Let's do this. Glue this stamp right here. Then let's do, that button's a little too big, so we won't use that one. So why don't we go ahead and just do this. So we'll go ahead and glue that button there, and then glue this white one right here. And so there is the cover. Let's fold it over. That's pretty cute. I think that's kind of cute. And there is the inside. And what else can we do? Okay, so I went ahead and I have my signatures created. And these are 7 pieces of paper folded in half and inserted inside one another. And then I've got 2 sets of these, and I'm just going to cut them to size, which will be about right there. I'm just going to freehand this like that. And I'll do the other signature. I'll just freehand that. And then I think I need to Mod Podge this down. What do you think? Where's my Mod Podge? Okay. Then I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a second. Sorry for all the pauses. I'm just doing this on the fly. So let me get you guys zoomed in. There. That's better. So there it is. And what else do I have? I've got this piece of jute jute twine, and I'm going to just use this to tie my signatures in. So let's just cut a couple pieces long enough to tie our signatures in. So this is going to be super easy. I was originally going to poke holes and sew them in, but we'll see how this works. We'll just tie them in and see how it looks. Let's see. And this is still kind of wet. So here's the first signature. We're just sticking it in here, and we're going to just tie it to the spine. Very carefully. Not too tight. This is still kind of wet, so it's don't want to bend it. Sorry for the sniffling. So I'm just going to tie a basic knot. And that way, if you actually would use this, you could, once you're done with the pages, you could take the pages out and the signatures out and put new signatures in. I always like, sorry I just hit you. Okay, so then our second signature, we'll do the same way. Just tie them right in there. Not too tight. Just a basic knot. Okay, so we've got two signatures in here tied in, and then I can trim that. So close our book, and let's see. What do you think? Now I'm gonna cut the excess, some of the excess twine here. And what I think I'll do is I may fray these, but I think I need a closure as well. So what can I use for a closure? I grabbed this thing because I thought I might use it because I like how this is. So I thought I might like glue it in there, but I don't know. I don't know if that goes. Tie it closed. I may just use another piece of jute. How about, what else can I do to this cover? Do you think it's done? Is it done, guys? What about this? What about this stamp? Nah. But I do want to try to Mod Podge that stamp down. So let's do that. give it some extra protection as well. So might as well just cover that Reader's Digest piece. And Mod Podge too. Why don't we just Mod Podge it all? We'll Mod Podge down the over the lace as well, and make sure that stays. And why not we can Mod Podge the back. Okay, so the only thing really left is a closure. What can I do? What can I do? I just think a ribbon to go around it would work. And it's too wet to deal with right now, so I'm just going to fray these ends. I like how jute frays into little like fibers, so I'm just gonna mess with it a little bit and pull the fibers apart a little so that we have like this cute frayed dangly thing for our ties. I know a lot of people like take their hot gun or heat gun and they dry these so it's faster and they can move on. And I've got this giant honking glue gun that I think is going to be super loud and probably catch the thing on fire. So I think it turned out really, really cute. So there's the spine with the jute closures or ties. There's my lace. There's the vintage, the book spine and the vintage buttons and the vintage stamp, and then we have these little papers in here so it's usable, and this would be really cute as just a charm for anything, an ornament. And I'll let it dry, and I just think it's really neat. So let me know what you think, guys. And the Mod Podge will dry clear, so it'll look good. What I will do is I will find a ribbon to tie this closed, but in the meantime it's still too wet, and I will probably take a picture for my thumbnail and you can see what it looks like after it dries on the thumbnail with the ribbon tied around it. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'm just on a roll today, and thank you so much for taking your time to watch this, and I hope that you guys try your hand at this, and hopefully I've given you some good ideas on how to make a little journal and the kind of things that you can use to spruce chipboard up. And I will be back and see you again in the next video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.